Alright guys, follow along with me here, okay? I'm gonna probably go through this pretty quick. I'm gonna be stopping it and explaining stuff. Tears is up. Second global is Divine Toll. Why? Because it extends tears. That's basically the only reason. Divine Toll by itself is not a very good cooldown. It's really no better than casting a Flash of Light. Anyway, so I do that. What's my next global? Instantly Aura Mastery. Instantly. We all got, was 23% damage reduction now. So I'm in the sap. Everybody, these two monkeys are taking 23% less damage because, you know, they're not going to push trinket anything in the opener. So that's really good on my part. I get it off. Instantly get ready to deal with stuff. They could have done a lot more damage in that. It's still a really good devotion aura. It could have been a lot more damage, but they decided to be retarded. Instantly get away before I commit anything to myself. Getting distance, you never want to be next to 2 melee. When I realized, I'm clicking my frames because I realized I forgot to change my party 1-2 before the game started. So now I'm struggling this match until the next one. Look, they just ignore the priest. Luckily I get the Hodge on him, but they just ignored the priest, making this hell for me. I just bubble this because I'm not dealing with anything. I just say screw it. I need to get healing out. There's nothing. You should be doing nothing else right here but healing. There should be nothing else on your mind. What's on your mind right now is to maintain your bops, and hopefully you can somehow recover from this. If they get back on, you get distance. Yeah, I'm really struggling with my not changing my keybind before the match. I'm not going to be casting a Flash of Light. I want to get away from this guy. You can't just sit there with this dude on you and dampening's ramping up already. What do you do on the run? Judgment. He has a, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100k absorb on him now, and he damages. It's basically like a 50 to 100k heal. Always good at Judgment now. That was never the case before. I'm really far behind there. I finally get a denounce out. I needed to get those out sooner to stop some damage. Targeting the wrong guy again because my fucking keybinds are fucked up. Because I was working on recording this. Really just trying to get the healing out. You literally can't fall behind and shuffle up as soon as here comes up. Boom. And guys, you notice I'm not pushing it on this priest because I can't. I literally can't. Whoops, fuck, hold on. Where'd I do that? Take a little bit more haste. Dropping this consecrated down for that 20% extra wog healing and denounce. Doesn't take all that long. You do it after a flash of light. It's like never happened. Hold on, you guys see I just divine told? I mean, look what it does to their health. This is why I treat divine toll the way it is. Tell me if you think this did anything. It's coming. Look at the flashes. Like, I have to bop me. He's getting too low. Where if he gets smoke bomb or something. Or as soon as it comes back up, because the game is ending very fucking soon. There's never, at this point, there's no reason to hold that. We don't take 1 minute 30 or anymore. So if it's coming up again, you know it's a 2 minute mark. You better just push it. Game's ending real quick. Instantly trinket the end cap. Why do I trinket a 3 second stun besides anything else? Because you're too far deep. Any micro CC or anything is someone is going to die. Priest is basically I'm getting too. But you should never really run Bob, I had to. I didn't want to bop him, but I had to. Hodge the Monk because I need to start making use of my hostage somehow. It's so dampening. If I can just get that priest to dispel, it don't even matter. I just a global from him. It stops his healing. So I mean, you can see 63% dampening. That's a pretty big shit show. And with the dampening ramping up, I still had to do 106k HPS. Or that might be, is that the right healing for this? I think that might be my total. I don't know, I think I have it displayed right. Look at my healing. Flashlight is my top. Priest still kept up with me by pushing his probably 3-button rotation. Crazy. So I'm probably going to try for the devotion right here. Did it. Actually got the rogue out that time. Hodged him back there because, like, as you can see, I'm not making real use of my Hodge. I'm going to rep him back there too. I see he's not trinketing. I'm repping him. I kind of wish I could rep that priest off that now, but it's fine. I really slowed the start of that down. The bad thing is they ignore the priest again and they start letting him push at me for fears. And I know this is always bad. Why? Because he can get triple fears without ever being punished or doing anything. So I immediately try to get away. And now the priest actually just purged my freedoms. And I'm not even going to risk it because we're all stacked taking cleave now. The moment I'm stunned. Oh, he actually didn't. He actually can't get to me. I'm actually outranging his kidney. Instant. You guys see that? I already know. I already know this rogue. The monk is low enough. He has no trinket. I'm like crawling. Freedom just comes up. I know this dude wants to. He has a 5-second kidney on this dude. He has karma, nothing else. I already know what he wants to do. Check how close this is. Why do I lay up hand to before bot? Because priest is in the middle of the map spamming smite, and I know I can probably get away with lay because the main thing is when you lay as someone, it's really fucking nice to have sack up too, because if they still take the most damage and you don't have sack, it can get real scary real quick. Instant lay, but right before the bomb. That was pretty clutch. This is kick there. Instantly out of there. I don't, if like you freedom DPS when you see potential. I was trying to juke his death there for reps. I thought he maybe just wouldn't do it there. I juked the death but not the fade. Two-second blind, what a monkey. I mean, how could you be so terrible? Think of the IQ on that rogue. It has to be like subpar 30. So if you don't have a caster on your team, there's not much you can do. Oh, look, I see the rep. I finally see the rep. Wins the game. That's what you do in HPAL when you have a live like that. You have to see shit like that and always be in range, like out of the priest's way, and be ready for that. But you cannot be standing on the priest, think you're going to solo get reps. It's just bad. Even if he has, even like trying to get his trinket is bad in this scenario. That's me spam laughing at this rogue because he's actually just stupid as shit. I was taking Cleanse of the Week for the rogue just to stop some of his damage and energy regen. Usually you would never play that unless it's a versus assassination rogue particularly. Now, I think I started worrying about them. So, in the starting room, I swapped to that consecrated ground because I think at the moment the priest is going to start tilting. He's going to say just train the H-Pal. And with him already spamming my freedoms off, purging me, I already know if he does that again, I'll die. So I have to take this consecrated ground because if he purges both of my freedoms, I can use that as a last resort to kind of scoop around the pillar because it stops Windwalker snares, if you didn't know that. I take Searing Glare just in case I get some range and they're going to connect to me again. I can just Searing Glare and buy more time. Or if it's on like a leg sweep and they're bursting my DPS. But it's also risky because they can also just incap you on it basically whenever they want. Here I Searing Glare, and then I immediately get it back here. So if he wants to incap me, he has to roll for it. He cannot just incap me. See, he had to roll for it. I can already tell that guy's mouth was watering so fucking hard. He wanted me more than fucking a fat kid wanted a fucking Snickers, and then he just dies because he's so fucking far from his port. That's another reason why you bring them back. You don't run out in the middle of the map, try to get CC on the priest, and have him go you, and then if that happens, he just ports. That idiot just died. Back to the zoo you go, monkey. Here's a banana, you stupid monkey. Sorry. I'm tilted from solo shuffle today, man. I've had some fucking crazy lobbies where I've literally just AFK'd all 6 rounds after the shit I've seen. I literally just watched this dude run in 3 times behind a pillar and kill himself. I'm just so over it. All right, we got here. Warrior Windwalker. So this I got the fucking Asa Rogue. I think we should probably win this. The thing is, this rogue's use of defensive, it's like he might be a bot. I mean, I noticed like every time when I want him to use something, like you should never have to use something. He's always using something like reactive, which I don't think you necessarily have to do. Like I'm not in CC, I have bops. He never had anything for when I wanted him to use it. It's pretty wild. It goes here glare off there. Judge off while I'm moving just to stop some more damage. I freed him the rogue because warrior just connected on him. I got horny here and I said fuck it, bopped him. I was like, let's try to kill him. I was like, I'm sick of this shit. I tried for a rep, I knew I probably wouldn't get that. It's okay though. He's on stun DR. I was just hoping that he would be fucking clueless. Immediately get away. You always want a freedom for yourself. You see how I'm not just throwing 2 freedoms on my DPS? No, because if I ever got caught in that situation, there would be no healing going out at all. That'd be terrible. I'm not even trying to get. I was even trying to get infusion for a second. I just need to cast flash. So it turns out I didn't need the slow talent, but I could have took denounce. I think I just bubble this because I'm sick of it and I know I can win the game here. Because I know he's off stun DR and he has no trinket, full rep. I bought my rogue on that. Look at this, guys. This is the shit. This is when I talk about reading the situation. I always talk about reading the situation. I know Priest is coming off stun DR and he's coming off incap DR. He has no trinket, and look how low the monk is, and we have a team full of stuns and burst. So what do? I don't even care about me running at him at this point, that I just bubble and then let him get the fear off and bubble it, and then I hodge him. I'm bubbled. I cannot be stopped. Immediately rep, and now watch the rogue. Instantly bopped. Judge, dead. That was so much worth rather than him living there and then somehow me getting 30% more dampening in and somehow this team is still alive. Like it's just you have to read situations like that or you're not going to get some of these wins. That could have easily been lost. It's really annoying because the fact that these guys ignore the priest so much. I mean, even when he's right, they'll chase me across the map and shit. Like, some of these people will just W key me from across the map with 2 ranged. I mean, to be fair, the ranges don't peel at all. I have a Warlock and a Mage that have spam CC and they won't push it, make me bubble an opener. And then you have this Priest walking through 2 melee and they still ignore him. I think DPS can only see H-Fouls. I know I don't win all the rounds here. I think these are the ones that I lose, but you can see how dire the situation was, like how crazy like losing this was. I get a DR rep just because I can. I'm gonna wait and hodge off that. Got the hodge. Searing glare instantly. Got on that warrior. I don't know if I got his fear or if he was about to do it and they stopped. Incap. Immediately aura because I auraed the Stormbolt. I knew something was coming. I actually did a daybreak shock on the monk because I thought we could try to break his karma. I did it again because I didn't want him to live. How much damage did I do there? It didn't even show on the damage meter. I wonder why that is. But that judgment did. That's really weird. It's not showing on the side of my damage. I definitely shocked him twice with daybreak. I don't know why it wouldn't let me bop him. You see me? I was trying to bop that rogue, but I didn't know you can get away, and it wouldn't let me. I have no fucking idea why. I just bubbled that. Repping. I mean, do you see how this rogue's defensive? I've never sat anything the entire time. Then where he just leaps to me, and it's just like what the fuck was that game? You know what I'm saying? Like Rogue, when did you ever like use anything ever and why? Nothing about this Rogue makes any fucking sense. It's like he's a program bot that if a monk pops Serenity, it's automatic evasion at 101% health. It's some fishy shit here. When I seen that, it's like, oh, he has like a bot to like push his defensives at like 100%. Really strange stuff here. I mean, you have to be just totally terrible to not like faint or like let yourself get a little bit low and then evasion, especially when your healer isn't in any CC and has a paladin toolkit. It's just wild. I pre-aura the fucking rogue again, of course, because like I said, he's probably a bot. Terrible monkey. Did I remember to take cleanse the week this time? Maybe that's why I lost this one. Look at this warrior randomly bolt me like just blade storms on top of us, and no one's hitting him. He's still at 100% health. This monk's over in Africa. I think I probably drink at this. Yep. Now the priest is running at me, and I'm gonna. Yep. And everyone just ignoring him. That's the second time he second blinded me. I mean, this dude has to be something. There has to be something wrong with him. He's just a total fucking monkey. How did you draw off this? DR rep. Doesn't matter how bad you help these guys, though. It doesn't matter. Instantly freed myself to get away. Alright. He's purging my freedoms again. That's why I can't get away. I think yeah, I'm not even going to allow myself to get low. I already know it's going to be bubble. I'm not going to have to heal myself up more. Like, he 1 second. This is unbelievable to watch it back, man. It's unbelievable, like, how bad my DPS had to be to lose this game. Yeah, he just doesn't want to karma at 5%. I mean, dude, are all these fucking retards bots? Like, look at this. What is going on? How do you diffuse? And then he got to 20%. He pushed dampen harm, and then he got to 15. It was automatic karma. It's like it was a script. Dude, I'm actually thinking a lot of these idiots are bots now. I'm watching this back. Yeah, just ignore the priest. Priest is bad and gets hodged before he could fear me somehow, some way. No one knows. Oh, a Stormbolt. 3-second stun. Most deadly thing in the game when it comes to fucking 4 monkeys. I just have to bop him because I bop both of them because they're so low that I need to get them higher, and I feel like I can't. I feel like I need to work on that, to be honest, because I feel like if I just healed one of them at that time, I could win, but I never know. I need to start looking at what dampening is a little more, because sometimes I think my healing's a little bit more reduced than it is. I knew I wasn't going to get that rep. I just wanted to buy a second. He'd have to be totally terrible to fall for that, but I didn't have Hodge ups. There was no Hodge rep. This is where I think something's gonna die. I'm like, something has to die, right? So I DR Hodge. I'm thinking they can kill him in a stun. Oh, there comes the Stormbolt. The only thing I've sat fucking how long? I Aura Mastered immediately. DR blinded. Get the Judgment off because I can't do anything when I'm silenced. Look at this. What guys? What even just happened? Was obviously Rogue's one shot, but look at this. I mean, what is this nonsense? This is how this rogue gets his wins because he can't play correctly. He just relies on like the cheesiest cheese of the cheese. This rogue literally relies on dampening because he'll never get pressure playing with the way he is. All right, look at this. Look, here's the rogue. Here's me. I'm thinking I'm chilling. Like, what even hits me? I thought rogues had to be at least on you. Can I see it on my thing? $101,000. A white hit for 101,000. Pretty wild stuff here, man. So yeah, guys, that's how good you have to play to afford to some random, probably Joe Schmo priest. And that's a melee lobby. I would argue that H Pally is probably a little bit better for that. maybe. I mean, in general, it's probably better for that, especially versus other healers. But H Pally versus Disc in general, I think with their Purge and their AOE fear, they can just fear everything. It's not as one-sided as you would maybe think with Paladins having Bop and stuff. But I just wanted to show you how you have to play. I'll try to get some like games with casters because when you face casters, it's a little bit different play style. Like you really have to focus on instead of moving so much. I mean you're still moving. It's a lot more about juking, spending time juking because you have to get those kicks out of the way so you can heal. And sometimes it's only for a brief amount of time because they position themselves again and they try to spam CCU. So you have to position yourself and juke. Yeah, it gets pretty wild. But all right, there you go.